Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and guess what's back? Game of Thrones! Yes! Oh yes! Game of Thrones Season 7. Can you believe this has been on for 7 seasons? Season 7, Episode 1, entitled Dragonstone. At the very beginning of the episode, we see, at first, I see this old guy, and he's giving this speech and talking to his men, and I'm sitting there like, didn't you die, dude? Didn't you die last season? I'm pretty sure. Now, look, I'm not saying that there hasn't been a time or two when I've watched Game of Thrones, and I've seen a character that I'm like, didn't they die? And you see that, no, they haven't died. And I start to feel dumb because I'm like, is it me? Am I not able to fully always understand or follow some of these plot lines or some of this dialogue, the verbiage that they use in the old English language speaking? I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just dumb. You can't half watch this show. You have to just shut everything off, shut your phone off, shut your computer off. Don't have anyone around you talking. You just need full tunnel vision watching this show. But I was pretty sure that I was right about this guy. He's going off about how they all orchestrated the Red Wedding episode, infamous at this point, where they killed Robb Stark and killed the mother Stark, and just, that's when I knew for sure. And they all died from poison drinking the wine. He pulls his mask off, his face off, and you see that it's Arya Stark. And Arya Stark, look, I know that we went through this whole thing last season where she learned how to become other people. The girl has no name, right? The girl has nothing. All that stuff, that's cool. Perfectly sets up this, sure. But this was some Mission Impossible shit right here. She was not only able to wear this mask, but just like mimic his voice, grow in height of this person. Like, it's a little silly, I know, but it was worth it. It was worth it, and I liked it to see Arya at this point where she is like, fuck it, I'm gonna get revenge. I'm gonna come after every single one of these people who are behind the death and slaughter of my family. And I love it. I love that somebody gives a shit about what happened to Ned Stark and just all of the other Starks. Jon Snow, who, look, he has some bigger things to worry about, understandably. He's worried about the White Walkers. Do you blame the fucking guy? That one shot in this episode of the White Walkers walking through the snow, and it's an army of them. They're growing and growing, and you even see the giants who were from the Night's Watch, and they died last season. Now they're part of the army. It's sick. It's creepy. I'm fully disturbed. I don't even know exactly how all of this works. Their supernatural abilities and powers, and just how the king is able to resurrect them or turn them into the frost zombies. It's freaky. They give me the heebie-jeebies, and I feel like Jon Snow is the only one who knows how powerful they are, how threatening they are, and all these other people, all these other characters are worried about kingdoms and power and just wanting to be on the throne or wanting to be the one left standing, and nobody else is worried about these White Walkers. What the fuck? Even Sansa's like disagreeing with him and wanting him to do this and that. Although she does have a point when she says that Cersei is somebody not to take lightly, that she's not someone to fuck with, that if she has you on her radar, she will kill you. Look at what happened last season. She did not forgive those guys for shaming her, and boy, did they die oh so well. Lord Baelish is somebody who's all over Sansa. I mean, man, he was like practically on his hands and knees, like begging to hook up with her. I'm pretty sure that's what he wants. She says she knows what he wants, and he's sticking around for some reason. You can tell he's using her, but she seems like she's smart enough to be using him as well. I'm just curious where this goes. Where does Littlefinger actually go with all of this? Whenever I see Jaime and Cersei, Lannister talking to each other. It's so weird, right? Because they're brother and sister. We've seen so many scenes of them having sex with each other, claiming they're in love with each other. But then you see scenes like this and they just feel like it's such a normal relationship. It's just everything's normal for them. Even with her mentioning the fact that, oh yeah, Jaime, he let their brother Tyrion go, and so clearly she's upset by that, but she forgives him, or she lets him go with that. It's only because of her love for him. It's creepy. They're soulmates in a weird way, but still it works for them. They're smart enough to realize that they have to align themselves with somebody. Sam, poor Sam, who honestly at the end of the day, as much as I like a Jon Snow or some of these other characters that I'm like, yeah, I want to be like them, I probably am more like a Sam. This guy is such a slub and just such a nice guy, but he has the worst fucking job I've ever seen. Just the shit he has to do and clean up. It was gross. That montage went on for maybe 60 seconds, 90 seconds maybe, and I almost threw up 2 or 3 different times. So fucking gross. So fucking bad. But hey, hopefully it was worth it to get some of those books that he got. You see Daenerys and Tyrion and her 3 dragons. I almost forget that she has 3 full-grown dragons at this point. How is she not going to be the most powerful being in the land? I wonder if you can use those dragons, their fire, to heat up the White Walkers and just extinct them like that. Will that work? I guess we'll find out. Well, she comes home, as they say. She's at this castle that has dragon statues, and she's just, I love the last line of "shall we begin?" and boom, you're gonna see her rise to power. I think I do. If I had to make a prediction, this is the last 2 seasons of the show. If I had to make a prediction, I think Daenerys is taking the throne. I do think she's gonna end up on top. Maybe her and Jon Snow together. I hope that these characters don't die, but some people might complain that maybe not enough happened, or not enough action happened, or no one died, and it's like, you don't need that in the first episode. I needed this episode to bring me back in this world, to get me back into the story, get me back in line with the characters and each and every one of their motivations. There's so many characters with their own side plots. Even the Hound has his own thing going on, and you're following all of them, and it's going to be even greater, since this season is shorter, to see all of their stories coincide, commingle, and all come together and give us something epic. I think we're going to build and build so strong towards something even probably crazier than we ever seen before. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you've seen this episode of Game of Thrones. What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you love it? Were you not into it? Are you looking forward to this season? What are some of your predictions? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!